O friends, there comes a moment on this path when speech no longer saves you. The phrases that once comforted fall flat. The explanations you relied upon sound thin, even to your own ears. You reach for words and find they no longer obey. This moment feels like loss, like failure, like being stripped in public. But I tell you, this is not the end of truth. This is where truth first begins to breathe. When the voice is lost, something older than speech steps forward. I did not learn this lesson from books. I learned it when my own words betrayed me. I spoke well. I spoke often. I had gathered language the way others gather wealth. And then a time came when language could no longer carry what I was being asked to live. My mouth still moved, but my heart knew I was repeating what I no longer inhabited. That was the moment when speech became heavier than silence. That was the moment when truth demanded a different form. O seekers, do not confuse silence with emptiness. Silence is not the absence of meaning. It is the absence of performance. When the parrot lost its voice, everyone assumed it had lost its value. The oil man mourned the sound, not the being. But what was lost was not essence, it was performance. The voice that vanished had been borrowed. And when what is borrowed falls away, what remains is what you actually possess. There are many who speak about fire without having felt its heat, who describe the road without having walked its dust. Their words are smooth, convincing, and admired. Yet when the moment of testing comes, their voices tremble and retreat. This is not hypocrisy, it is imitation revealed. We learn to speak before we learn to see. We repeat before we recognize. And life, in its strange mercy, interrupts us so that recognition may finally occur. O friends, when speech collapses, fear often rushes in to fill the space. You think you have lost authority, clarity, even faith. You want to recover the old voice quickly, to reassure yourself and others that nothing essential has changed. Resist this urge. What fell away was not your truth. It was your attachment to sounding true. There is a vast difference. Truth does not require constant announcement. In fact, it grows uneasy when announced too eagerly. I have seen people cling to words the way drowning souls cling to broken wood. They quote, explain, argue, and insist because silence would expose how little has been lived. But exposure is not cruelty. It is an invitation. When the voice is taken, the soul is asked to listen. And listening is far more dangerous to illusion than speaking ever was. O seekers, imitation thrives on sound. Recognition thrives on stillness. The parrot spoke beautifully until silence arrived. Only then did its misunderstanding become visible. In the same way, when you are forced into quiet, the patterns you have been repeating reveal themselves. You hear your own echoes. You see which beliefs were inherited and which were earned. This is uncomfortable. That discomfort is honesty beginning its work. There is a reason truth often arrives after humiliation. Pride is attached to voice. It loves being heard, acknowledged, confirmed. When the voice is removed, pride loses its stage. What remains is simpler, smaller, more real. You no longer perform understanding. You either live it or you do not. This is why silence feels so threatening to those who rely on appearance. It removes the mirror they have been speaking into. O beloved ones, do not rush to regain your voice. Let silence finish what it has begun. Sit in it long enough for false certainty to dissolve. Sit in it until you can no longer pretend to know what you have not lived. This is not punishment. It is purification. When the voice returns, it often does. It returns changed. It no longer seeks approval. It no longer competes. It speaks because something must be said, not because something must be shown. I am not telling you to despise words. Words are tools, not enemies. But every tool must be put down at some point. If you carry it everywhere, you forget how to use your hands. Speech is meant to serve truth, not replace it. When speech forgets its place, life intervenes. It takes the voice away so that truth may appear unclothed, unadorned, undeniable. Oh friends, if you find yourself in a season where words fail you, where you feel stripped of fluency, certainty, or explanation, do not assume you are falling backward. You may be crossing a threshold. What you lose in sound, you may gain in sight. What you lose in expression, you may gain in presence. Truth does not shout when it arrives. Often, it waits until you are quiet enough to notice. When the voice is lost, truth does not rush in loudly. It stands where the noise once was and asks you to stay. If you do not flee back into imitation, something subtle will happen. You will begin to recognize what is real without needing to name it. And when speech eventually returns, it will no longer be borrowed. It will come from a place that has been emptied, tested, and made honest. Only then does the voice belong to you. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next episodes.